Yo, welcome, my YouTube people and my Discord family. Welcome everybody to my channel once again. We're gonna break down these charts that we are break down these charts and just smash these trades today. We had some really good entries. So this is not financial advice, it's just for trading only. If you need financial advice, go see a professional planner. Okay. Here we go. US dirty of 30. So as we had in the morning call this morning, we were looking for this retracement. This is where we were. It came up. It gave us a beautiful entry in which we took. My phone is being in here. I think one of my phones. I don't know. I got two phones here. And we caught that sell down. And then I closed out the majority of my profits in this area. And it came back and knocked me out at, knocked my runner out at break even, which I'm all good with. I took most profits. Okay. So let's just see how we caught that entry. First of all, we had this wick top to bottom. Okay. And this is 8 o'clock in the morning, my time, which is 9 o'clock in the morning, East Coast. And we are watching the news open. I'm gonna come down a little bit smaller time frame so we can see that. We watch the news right here, 8:45. So that's market open. We saw this liquidity zone sitting right here. My phone's going off in my other ear, driving me crazy. Um, push above. We wanted this to get taken. That was the key. We wanted this liquidity to get taken before we took our sell, because that's the key to my strategy. We did not want to enter in this area right here because that is liquidity. Okay. So you don't want to order there. I mean, you could have, some people probably did. You could have said, okay, well, here's the move, top to bottom. There's the move. There's the fib, and look at these people selling because there's fibs right there. There's sells right there. Let me make this a little bigger so y'all can see. Okay. And even in the Discord, I put this because there's the sell candles from these people trying to catch this double top. But that's not what we want to do, people. We want to wait until that liquidity is taken. So these early people get smashed, and then we want to go the opposite direction. So what did we do? We saw this 78.6 right here. On the 1 hour, I thought that was oversold. It wasn't. But anyhow, we must. Oh, I came down to the 3 minute. I love the 3 minute. It's something I've been using for the last couple, like for a little while, and for some reason, I'm loving it. We had the right here. As you see, we had the oversold of the RSI, which is way down here. Okay. And then we had all these pushes up. I like to see what I call a three touch. Okay. So we had our oversold, we had our oversold, we had our oversold. The third touch, 1, 2, 3 on the RSI is where I pull the trigger. So not only do I have my third touch, my RSI, what I love, I have divergence, prices going higher as RSI is going lower. The third touch damn near hit oversold, and it also hit my 78.6. I'm not waiting any around. I'm not waiting around. Boom, there's a sell. There it is. Take it. And that's exactly what I did. Again, I closed out the majority of my profits right here. Like literally almost perfect, because if this is the breakout area, then the market's could come down, retest, let these sellers out of their position, and then maybe push back off. And what it did, it gave us a retracement, and then it kept going. It did not break a new low, which I'm cool with. It came back up, smacked me. I'm out of break even. No big deal, because I took some profits. I think I'm like 300 and something pips, 430. I did the math there, like 435 pips of profit on US 30 this week. So I'm good, right? And that's the same look. This same strategy that we took here with liquidity breaking, measuring fib is literally the exact same strategy right here. Top to bottom. There is liquidity. Where's our entry? 78, 88.6. There it is. And what it do? Look, oversold on the RSI. I bet if we come down to the smaller time frames, it'll be like the three touch in the 5 minute or 3 minute, whatever. And then what did it do? It tanked. Save us a new low. So what did it do now? Exact same setup. There it is. There's our 78. There's the tank. Just rinse and repeat. The fibs are no joke. Okay. So what do we see now? What are we going to do as far as tomorrow is concerned? This liquidity is gone. We can take that off. Take this fib off. Take this off. Take this off. I was anticipating all this whole week that this is the area down here that's going to get taken. That's going to get targeted. As it set this double bottom, it was giving me confluence that this is going to be the target. Well, guess what? It was a target. It got taken out. So this liquidity is now isolated, gone, but we still have this here. It left this guy. Okay. And what is it doing? It's setting up a trend line in this direction. I'm not a trend line trader, so I'm not taking this sell here. Okay. I'm probably not even going to take any more sells because I don't like this, because this is a triple top and that's going to get taken out bigger than shit. It's just waiting. So, like, if you're taking a trade now or taking a trade in London or whatever, you're going to get smashed. Okay. The only, I don't even say it. The only way to do this is if it pops up, then you can look for sells, but then there is no structure on the other side. There is nowhere to sell. Nowhere. If you didn't get into this little wick right there, then you're screwed. There's no more, there's nothing left. So just wait for it to break through all of this liquidity, try to come down here, and then catch the buy. It's really the only thing. We have to wait for structure. And anything else is gambling. So you might as well just put a big block from here to here and mark that no trade zone. All right. The no trade, like the United States, the fucking fair trade zone. That's the no trade zone. Wait for it to pop through all this stuff. Find some support. Find an oversold at RSI down on the hourly time frame. At least go to the hourly. Wait for this RSI to get oversold down in this area, then pop your buy and catch new highs. That's the only thing we can do. All right. That's it. NASDAQ. Okay. And again, I showed you guys earlier before we jumped on the call. My God, that was such a NASDAQ call. So I had this marked up. As you can see, there it is, sell zone. Okay. And it smacked. Let's figure out how we got to the sell zone. Okay, let's move this fib out of the way for now. But just know that we'll start from the big fib actually. So from this bottom to this top right there is giving me my buy zone, 78, 88.6. You can see it. And that's why that's marked up there. But I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, maybe there's another little fib inside of this. Like, what if this is the breakout, right? I was trying to line up these numbers, these areas with a fib, and I was doing it earlier before the call. And I think I did it like right there. Okay. There is a possibility that this is the breakout area from here up, and then this might get respected right now. If you were to take an entry now, you're only about 20 pips away from the real buy zone here. So if you're a little more risky or you want to take like a micro or something, I'm not personally doing it because the 1 hour RSI is not oversold, but there is a possibility that this gets support. This is the area right there. And the way I see that is, if you see, this is what I call these candles right here is what I call the kissing candles. If you put a box around those kissing candles and you come down to, let's say, the 5, you will see here that there is sells right there. Okay. And actually, I could probably tighten that up and make that box look like that. And that's kind of the breakout. So we had this consolidation. This is why I drew my fib from here. Probably actually even right there, because that is where it took off, is when it broke this little structure and then popped. Not so much here. I mean, there's an argument. We're not talking about many pips. Okay. And so that is the 78, 88.6 area there. Also, if you look, the NASDAQ, I've said a million times, loves the 88.6. That 88.6 then matches up with the TP from that first bear push, 27. So that was the reason why I was thinking, oh, well, maybe this is the area right here that's going to get hit. More specifically, the price would be 17,401, 17,400, I guess, key cycle level. You've got to push down smaller, smaller. We're oversold on the RSI. I guess not really divergent, but there's a 3 touch on the oversold. We're on the 5-minute chart. Again, I'm not taking it because it's not oversold on the 1 hour. I don't even have my fucking chats up. My bad. Yeah, we're going to do gold here in a second. Okay. So there that is. All right. So this is what I'm waiting for. Again, I'm not taking that trade. Okay. I'm taking this trade. It'll be in our TP zone. It'll be down here. We missed that. But that's the trade I'm looking for. Okay. So let's figure out how we came across with this sell zone. Okay. So that's pretty straightforward. You have a top to bottom. Okay. 78, 886. I mean, that's it's that easy. We didn't have any liquidity, which is I would like to have had that, but there is some certain times where you can make the risk to reward in your head, and you're like, is that a proper risk reward, because what's the real TP? The first TP should be this bottom, but we're really trying to hit this zone right there. So that just hit TP. That's a 3.5, 3.3 to 1 trade. And if you manage your risk properly, that's a good trade. You might have lost because there was no liquidity for it to take, but it is what it is. There's multiple ways to use these fibs. It doesn't always have to be that perfect setup we had on US 30. This used to be my bread and butter trade for a long time. Just measure top to bottom, and then because that it left this huge wick down here, and that this is a order block that needs to get retested, and you have the TP from this sell-off. This sell-off needs to hit TP, so it needs to come down. That this order block needs to get retested, and that's liquidity. I mean, there's three reasons, um, and you could have taken that trade. I missed it. It is what it is. The only thing for NASDAQ then is to buy down here, pop that tomorrow, looking for new highs. Goldie. Okay, here we go. So this was crazy this morning. We were looking at, I had this marked up the entire time. And I've said a million times, gold likes 78.6. We saw it this morning. Go back and double check the video live. Before the market opened at like 7:28, we saw it. And I was like, here it is. We're going to wait for it. Went to look at NAS, came back, and it had wicked our zone and took off. I mean, that was a solid push. If we'd have been in that trade, you'd see me dancing. That was 156 pips in, this is on like 1 hour, an hour, 2 hours. It's a 1 hour candle and another hour candle. So fast. So what have I always say? I've said it before. We missed that trade. A lot of times price wants to retrace and double, retest that area. So what do we do? Look at that candle. Whoop, gone. So this is exactly what I did to catch this entry. Okay. Gold likes to retest a 78.6. Okay. Look at that. Two, like literally, I think it's 3 pips drawdown or something crazy, something so small. And so I said, okay, you want to take off and leave with this 1 minute crazy wick of a candle and miss my perfect entry? Okay. Look at that. Boom. Nailed it. Right there on the 78.6. However many pips that is, it's a half a pip, whatever. I don't know. And that's how I caught that trade. Okay. Once it leaves, just pull out your fib and try to catch a retest. That fib hit TP, 27 TP. So, anyways, that's it. That's how I caught that Goldie trade. So, if you didn't catch either of those two, I mean, I said it earlier and I said it even the night before that we've been waiting. I've said it all week. We've been waiting for this 78.6 right here to get tapped. So, hopefully someone had some sell or buy limit sitting there because I've been calling it out for days. It did hit TP1, then would be this first high. Okay, as you can see, it hit it, but now it's just climbing right back up. In all reality, I think the real TP1 should be these tops right here. I'm gonna come out to a 30-minute so we can see a little better. These this liquidity where I have this arrow should be the first TP1, which is right there. In all reality, I want 2050 to get hit because that gets me in my sell zone. So I've already protected this trade, and I think I took like half of it off just to cover. Let's say that let's just use small numbers. Let's say this is $50 risk for you. So when it gets to $50, when it gets to $100, I'd shave half off. That covers my entry rate, right? That gives me, so not only did I protect, so this trade is free, but now I made $50, so now my next trade's also free, and then I can let the rest go. So I shaved half of it off to cover my entry rate, and I have the rest running. Okay. That's just one of the ways that I like to do things. Trade however you want to. That's just my suggestion. So that's exactly what I did. You want to take off? Okay. I'll measure 78.6. Damn, nailed it. So this 60, let's look at this TPs. This 61.8 is lining up almost perfectly with these wicks. I think these wicks are going to get taken, but if you're in a large position or you have the ability to take multiple like partials, then take a partial at the 27, take a partial at the 61, and leave your runner up to here. Then we'll catch that one and flip it back on the sell side next week. All right. So that's our goal. That was our goal. We caught the entry. We're waiting for it to clear out these. I'm pretty damn confident it's going to clear out these highs because it's going to need liquidity to come back down. Also, there's a trend line there, so maybe it hits these three tops and then starts to reject off this trend line, give us some drawdown. But honestly, I don't think it's going to break this low until it breaks these highs up here. Just my personal opinion. So make sure take out some partials appropriately when you get up in this area, because after that it's like sketchy. No, there's no telling, right? So secure your bag, secure your money while you have the chance. The key to this game is taking partials and taking profits while the market makes it available to you. Not everyone's gonna be a home runner, so just get you some. Um, yeah. So that's the three big ones. Every day we just double check GJ, but honestly, I'm still in the GJ trade. I haven't changed anything. We're in from way up here, and it's just let it do its thing. So, um, yeah, I called that live Sunday night. I don't know why it's not letting me make it bigger. Did I lock it? Yeah, it's locked. So that's a live Sunday night. And again, our target, if we come out to like the 4 hour, is way down here because I want to see it come and at least double check that order block that led to this big buy. There's sales candles right here that haven't been touched. There are people who have sells right there. These candles need to get hit. So if it was like this situation, see this one here, it came up, it came back and neutralized it, and it pushed off, and then it came back down and neutralized it. So I'm not worried about all these sells. I'm not worried about these candles over here. I'm worried about this last run. There's sellers sitting here because these people. So we know. I'm pretty damn sure that this triple top is going to come down and GJ is going to at least hit this triple top. Because look at all these people, and this is a 4 hour chart. Look at all these sellers. And then what it do? It took off to the moon, and they had no chance to get out of these cells. They're in drawdown. There are people with big money in banks in drawdown. They're going to push this market down to this area to get out of those. And then they might buy up from there. I don't know. But there's also the same scenario down here. So if we go out to the daily, let's just reset this chart, right? Daily, look at this wick, look at this wick, look at these wicks. Why would it not come down and clear all this out? People are like, GJ moves so crazy. Da, da, da. Yeah, it does because they're not able to see all of this stuff down here. And also, if we're fib traders like I am, where's the start of this push? There. Where's the high? Right there. Clear all this crap out. Let's hit this 61 right here, which is this huge order block. I'm sorry, wrong tool there. Why can't we just target this? There's that huge order block right there that led to this gigantic push, and there was no sort of retracement. So let's just target that. Let's get into sells, and there's our TP. I mean, how many pips is that? A shit ton. I don't even know. It's like 1,300 pips, right? Let's go for it. What's up, Sam, Jason, Mike, Rube, Andy, Mac? Who else we got in here? The other Mike, Matthew. Hi to all you guys. Appreciate y'all joining in. I got the chats open. I'm reading them right now. You guys have any chats, any pairs, any questions with the fibs, where I put them, blah, blah, blah. If y'all have anything, please unmute and just ask me, or just type it in the chat, whichever way y'all want to do, This is y'all's chance to ask. I cannot believe I missed this fucking Nasdaq trade. Jesus, look at that. Okay, so my mentor Mario, I met in Chart Addicts, and Mario was an absolute savage, and he's not really available. I don't want to say he's not available. He doesn't make himself readily available like in Chart Addicts and then whatnot. So I've been trading with Stefano for a long time. Him and Stefano are cool. And then I got into a 3-day webinar with Mario, and he started showing us the way he looks at the market and looks at liquidity, whatnot. And here's his Telegram. And dude, after that, just murdering. This is another Telegram. There's only 50 members in this Telegram. It's kind of like an elite Telegram that only 50 of us are in. And it's just a murderer's row. Stefano, there's my boy Stefano. It's just these guys in here are killers. And I come in here and say what's up sometimes. I'm more active in Andy's um, deal because honestly, these guys are snipers. And look, here I go right here, right? So I was showing them my gold trade that I popped earlier with that entry right there and took off. But the problem with being in a group sometimes is such snipers like this, you don't want them to influence the way you think. And I don't want to take no one else's trades. And that's something that it was hard for me. A lot of people want to take signals and want to do this and this and this. You got to take your own trades. And I don't take Andy's trades. I don't take Stefano's trades. I don't take anyone's trades. I take only my trades. And that gives me the confidence and it gives me accountability. And it is what it is. The fucking weight of this whole deal is on my shoulders, no one else's shoulders. So that's who taught me. But I'll break it down for you one more time so you can see it, or you can go back and you can watch this recording. I like to at least start on the 1 hour, okay? And so once I start on the 1 hour, this is the easiest way I can explain liquidity to you. Look for double tops and double bottoms. If you see a double top and double bottom, that is liquidity. Here's a good example. There's a double top. Now it's a triple top. This is fucking 100% liquidity. That is going to get taken out. Okay. There's a double top taken out. Here's a double bottom, triple bottom, got taken out, right? Double top right here, got taken out. So anytime you're on the charts and you see double tops, double bottoms, it's going to get taken out. So we could come down even to like the smaller time frame, dude. And this works like on the 5 minute. Okay. What do we see? We see triple top, 1, 2, 3, market push down to take out this wick. They grabbed all of this is liquidity, this little trend line. Okay, 1, 2, 3 touches on the trend line. So when the market was going sideways and creating these tops, our brain is saying, okay, it's going to push down to take this stuff out. Then it's going to come up and it's going to take out these chops right here. Okay. And then maybe it'll take out this. It did not take that out. It held it. So we took sells right here off of fib and it pushed down. Okay. What is it pushing down to do? To clear out this bottom, right? Push down, cleared out this bottom. Now what's it doing? It's leaving almost double bottom. I mean, this one's a little bit lower, but still it's leaving that. So what's the next target? Well, it's messing around up here. We fib that top to bottom, then we got into it. So what's the next target? These wicks down here. So the market has to continuously hunt. It's either hunting or it's consolidating. What is this? This is consolidating. Why is it consolidating? Because it needs to hunt after that. It loading up buys and sells, smashes down, takes out all these people off this trend line, smashes up, takes out everyone who was in here, smashes down, takes out these people, bing, 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 bing. So as long as you can go back in your charts just a little bit and figure out where the double tops are or the consolidations are, then that's where it's going to get smashed. Okay. How do you find order blocks? Well, what area led to a big move? See how this candle just straight broke out and took off from here to there? It just took off. Okay. So in my mind, this area, this consolidation back and forth, back and forth, back and forth is the orders that were placed in the market by the banks. Put in a little bit here, wait, put in a little more here. That's the orders that led to this gigantic break. That is an order block. What is this? This is a retracement because there's probably people who are trapped in this area. That is a trap area. Okay. It broke out here. A kissing candle's here, where maybe there's more people trapped. So the liquidity question is double tops, double bottoms, and anytime you have a trend line. That's the beauty of what Andy tries to teach you guys, or does teach you guys, is that if he's able to see a trend line, and then once it breaks, he knows that it's targeting this and this and this. So he takes that sell here. Okay. I don't know if I've been with Andy for a long time. I don't know if he explains this the way I'm explaining it to you. So hopefully it helps. But he realizes that once it breaks, it's targeting these liquidities. And more than likely, if you look at carbon, these are dots. So when he says it clears this dot, he knows that it's targeting this next area. And if it clears this area, he knows that it's targeting this next area because those liquidity, it needs to take those out. And then and again, he's so smart, he knows that even if it breaks this one, that there's a hell of a long way to go to this one. So there's probably where he's out of his position and just holding that runner to see if it catches that bottom one. And he plays this game over and over again. I personally don't play the game that way. But what is he doing? He's doing this. When this breaks, he sees it. It's targeting this low. It's targeting that low. Again, he's out because it's probably not going to come all the way down to here. He leaves a runner. And he just does this over and over again. So there's the beauty in the trend lines that he shows you guys because he understands where liquidity is. And I've never personally heard him explain it the way I just did. But now that I'm getting better, I understand it and I can see it, and hopefully I explain it better to you guys. So I hope that answers your question. Here to watch and learn. Cool, Jason, man. I'm here to teach, bro. That's liquidity, that's order blocks. Find an area that led to a big push like this. Order block. Liquidity is just the bottoms when they match up and line up, and or this big consolidations area. So I like to, I'll explain on this too. If this is a consolidation block and it has this above it, this is the liquidity. You want this to hold, and you're able to take a risk because your stop loss would just be right above that area. That's the risk you're willing to take, and your TPs are these lows. So that's how you can wait for the order block or wait for a quote unquote liquidity to break, like we did right here, and then target the lows. And it's exactly what happened. Exactly like we said. It worked out perfectly. Bingo. And we did the exact same here. Bingo. Exact same thing here. Bingo. So unfortunately, with the triple top, I'm not playing this again, because if there's people who are getting greedy or jumping back in, this is probably gonna get smashed in the morning time, and all these people are gonna be out of it. So I'm not screwing around with triple tops. I don't play triple tops, don't play triple bottoms. As you probably heard before, we play M formations, right? We don't play the triples. Same thing on the bottom. W's. Anything else? Anything else, gentlemen? The more questions you guys ask me, the more I can answer, and hopefully the more other people can learn. So I don't mind. We've got 7 more minutes left before this cuts out. Jason's over there doing his housework. That's what's up, Jason. Okay, guys, I'm gonna call it. I appreciate very much everyone stepping by. I'm grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for the YouTube community. I'm grateful for this amazing life, this ability to teach you guys, and just to have a community. And every morning, get in your journal and write down what you're grateful for. Write down, what's on your mind, and reflect on that, and it makes you happier in life. So you guys have a good night. If you have any comments, please let me know. I'll answer them. Like, subscribe to the YouTube, share it, tell other people, tell your cousins, tell your 20-year-old nephew who don't know what the hell he's doing. Maybe we can get on these charts and we can show him a few things so he can get smarter and learn at a younger age, and we make him fucking rich by the time he's our age, right? So you guys have a good night. Love all you guys. Out.